If you are facing hate crime charges in Tulsa, the legal consequences can be severe. Oklahoma law, like federal law, provides enhanced penalties for crimes motivated by bias or prejudice. Understanding what qualifies as a hate crime and what defenses may be available is essential if you or someone you know is facing this type of accusation. Under Oklahoma statutes, a hate crime, referred to legally as a bias-motivated crime, occurs when an individual commits an offense against another person based on certain protected characteristics. It's important to note that, unlike federal law, Oklahoma's hate crime statute does not specifically include sexual orientation or gender identity as protected categories. If prosecutors can prove that the crime was committed specifically because of bias against a protected group, the penalties may be enhanced. Prosecutors in Tulsa take hate crime allegations seriously. In order to secure a hate crime conviction, the state must prove two key elements: that a crime occurred, such as assault, vandalism, or another offense, and the crime was motivated by prejudice toward the victim's race, religion, ancestry, or other protected characteristic. Evidence used to establish motivation might include witness testimony about comments made during the crime, symbols associated with hate groups, or social media posts expressing hatred or bias. If convicted of a hate crime in Tulsa, you may face enhanced penalties in addition to the punishment for the underlying offense. For example, simple assault may carry a higher fine or longer jail sentence if hate-motivated. Felony charges such as assault with a deadly weapon or murder can lead to longer prison terms. Additionally, a label as a hate crime offender can carry lasting social and reputational consequences beyond the courtroom. In some cases, hate crimes in Tulsa may also be prosecuted under federal law, especially if the crime involves interstate activity, bias against sexual orientation or gender identity, severe bodily injury or death. Federal penalties for hate crimes can be even more severe, and federal agencies like the FBI may become involved in the investigation. If you face accusations of a hate crime, it is critical to understand your rights and the seriousness of the charge. Here are key points to keep in mind. Motive matters. Prosecutors must prove that bias was the primary reason for the offense, not just that bias existed. Free speech. Offensive or hateful speech alone is not a crime under Oklahoma law. However, when such speech accompanies a criminal act, it may be evidence of intent. Defending against hate crime charges often involves challenging the prosecution's evidence of bias, presenting alternative motives, or disputing the occurrence of the underlying crime itself. A skilled Tulsa criminal defense attorney can evaluate your case, protect your rights, and build a strong defense against these serious allegations.